posted a picture of some chicken being cooked in cough medicine with the caption, "If she makes you NyQuil chicken, don't let her go."
Bro, this look like green eggs and ham. This Dr. Seuss ass food, boy.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
YouTube! What it do, man? It is your boy, Abdul Up Next, and I am back with another video today, man. Yes, Sirski. Today, we're reacting to TikTok trends that might have ended people's lives. Now, usually we get into these videos and be like, oh my God, how could you be so stupid? That's too cliche, you guys. I'm about to start streaming again in June, and I think I'm gonna try some of these on stream. Ain't that a better idea? Ooh, somebody my Tide Pod challenge. We gotta do that. I got an emo friend anyways. He been plotting on this. I'll help him. Merch drop next Saturday, so be prepared at 3 p.m. I'm gonna show you guys the website tomorrow. I know a lot of you guys are young, but it's 2025, bro. People under the age of 18 be rich now. Like the video before we even get started, and let's check out how people died. Yay, people. Look, I know it's really sad, but you guys can't tell me, bro. Like, what do we say at your funeral? It had to be a skill issue. A TikTok trend? Anybody over the age 40, you from a TikTok trend, your old ass should have stayed being old. You telling me you 45, you from a TikTok trend? Y'all done had MySpace, Uvu, Kick, and you from a TikTok trend. Why your ass ain't died from a MySpace trend? Y'all gotta stay in y'all era, bro. I don't even know. You born in the 80s and you from a TikTok trend. Okay.
Now, this first one isn't necessarily a trend, but it did inspire a lot of shit. Now, it all started when a girl named Tessia Brown posted a video on TikTok when, after she ran out of hairspray, she used Gorilla Glue spray into her hair. Now, for those not aware, Gorilla Glue is something—
Oh, wait, this not for hair? So girls don't use Gorilla Glue on their edges? I could have sworn they do. Girls use that on their edges, bro. That's not a trend, that's a thing, dummy.
you don't put in your hair because it's glue. So her hair became stuck to her scalp and unmovable. Her video got over 50 million views and everyone was hooked to her story. She became the biggest laughingstock all over social media.
Hey, her hair laid though. Hey man, beauty is pain. She's on fleek right here, ain't she? Yeah, she is an idiot, but her hair laid. We just don't use that much next time. Sheesh. That look like more gel than the white boys with the perms be putting in their hair, don't it? And you got you 50 million views. 50 mil. Them Charlie D'Amelio numbers though. Your legacy is crazy. Girl who died because she put glue in her hair. What a legacy.
Biggest laughingstock all over social media, having SNL mention her in a skit and even Nicki Minaj mentioning her in a song.
Head game slicker than Little Miss Gorilla Glue. Oh! Nicki Minaj shout out. Now that's what you call worth your life. I'd risk my life for a Nicki Minaj shout out.
In a song. But at the same time, people were sympathetic and actually raising thousands of dollars for her on GoFundMe. She did go to the hospital to try to get the product removed from her hair, but it's not that simple. The nurses would try nail polish remover to get it off of her scalp, but it was no use. Now eventually
Did I hear that properly? You went to, what nurse you went to? Like the school nurse? Nail polish remover at the doctor? I would have ended the doctor life that ended mine, so I'm sorry.
Now, eventually,
like
a plastic surgeon did a hair surgery for her that usually would cost 12 grand, but did it for free because he felt bad for her. And again, this wasn't necessarily a trend, but it did inspire a lot of shit. Now, when the story went viral, a man from Louisiana thought that Tessia was lying entirely and tried it out for himself. But instead of putting Gorilla Glue on his hair, he put it on his lips, which is 1,000 times worse.
This is a high school dropout, bro. Couldn't possibly have had a 1 GPA. You're as dumb as you look. See, people like you, so your body evolved, but maybe your brain didn't evolve. I'm trying to figure out how smart he was, but something went wrong in his human evolution if he seen her in the hospital and said he should try it.
1,000 times
Nobody
worse.
asked you to
and he
put
had to
it
go
on your
through this
lips,
extremely painful procedure to get it removed. I don't know why he did it or why he thought she was lying, but he did. Another girl was jealous.
This is what I call fine shit.
Girl was jealous of the attention that Tessia got and decided—
Now this is what I call Jeffree Star and Voldemort having a child.
Decided to put Gorilla Glue in her hair as well. And just like how it was with Tessia, it also got stuck on her scalp. She claimed that this was an accident, but it was very obviously a clout chase move. And at this point, hospitals just straight up denied her because this was getting ridiculous.
I don't think you should deny somebody that needs help, hospital. Ain't that your job? I don't think that was a good idea, hospital, to deny somebody who needs help.
Like, one time is understandable, second time is wild, but a third time, come the on now. But a trend that unfortunately did get super popular was the teeth filing trend, where people would use a nail file to grind down their teeth. This was apparently to help fix certain ridges and overall just make your teeth look better, and it possibly also helped them be whiter. And it was
Look, I haven't even brushed my teeth this entire year. Trust me, nobody's gonna know, bro. Phil, you could have walked around. Nobody knows. Your teeth could be aggressively like a roller coaster. People ain't gonna realize.
It was also because it was cheaper than a dentist. And while this does sort of make them
ew. Then y'all got these little bite my lips, thirst trap little kids guys doing it. What you did this for? Oh my god, you deserve it. I don't plan on saying that to nobody else's video, but you was gonna do that so you could take your shirt off and do TikTok dances in the mirror. Thought daughter or TikTok mirror dancing shirt off trend son.
You gotta go.
Weak ass e-boy. You and them fake teeth, that nasty perm that look like the hair on my balls.
Gotta go.
does sort of make them a little bit more aesthetic. It causes a lot more issues. It makes your teeth a lot more sensitive to hot or cold foods. It can alter your bite formation. You can get tooth decay or infection, and it also can cause extreme bleeding. And that's on top of possibly horrendously deforming your teeth. Teeth don't grow the same way that nails or hair do. So if you mess up your teeth, they don't just magically regrow. But believe me, soon enough, some of the people doing this trend did regret it.
Looking at it just is painful.
It was not painful when I did it, but as the days went on and I would drink cold drinks or ice cream, I felt a lot of sensitivity in my teeth.
So at least a lesson was learned. But this trend honestly looks intelligent compared to the DIY vampire fangs.
You did all of that, and this is not even hard. You look goofy. You did all of that, and this not even hard. Yo, you guys got big heads. Mind you, your head huge. Your head humongous. Most of y'all head the biggest thing on your body. I know mine's is. So how you don't got nothing up in your head? Only thing you know is matcha for real? I thought that was just a trend. You girls gotta know something else besides matcha and dirty white shoes.
This kind of feels like a combination of the last two trends because people would super glue fangs onto their teeth.
Hold on.
Some people would use other types of glue like nail glue, but regardless, equally dumb. And assuming you learned from the last trend, I don't think I need to tell you why this is stupid. This oddly enough did go viral around the exact same time as a teeth filing trend because people don't learn, and 2020 was such a weird time. But hilariously enough though, what actually was people don't learn, and 2020 was such a weird time. But hilariously enough though, what actually went a lot more viral was the videos of them trying to take the fangs out after super gluing them in.
Okay, oh my god.
We're taking this witchcraft too serious. I want to criticize you, but I think you're gonna cast a spell on me. I ain't gonna lie. She a walking Halloween costume, guys. Ah! Every time she see you, pick, boo. She definitely a walking Halloween costume. Ma'am, we gotta be better than that. Is it me or her eyebrows are lopsided? Okay.
Oh my god.
But there also were a lot of stupid TikTok beauty hack trends that weren't just bad for your teeth. One of the dumbest by far was the erection cream trend, where beauty influencers would put erection cream on their lips to make them more plumpy. Now this all stems from a scene in the movie A Nice Girl Like You where one of the characters does this exact same thing and they get very big plumpy lips. Now a popular TikToker did try it out for himself and found out that it does indeed work because, well, it does. But also found out that it burns pretty bad.
Shouts out to all my Zest monsters out there, man. I got so much love for the gay community, it's crazy. But y'all is kinky, bro. It's one thing. Look, bro. Is why y'all so kinky though? What do you casually have erection cream with you for, bro? Bro, we got honey packs, gang. You just casually got erection cream with a high top fade and you're aggressively zesty? Bro been up to no good for a long time. If he bring a camera into that bedroom, you're gonna enter back looking at life differently.
The thing is, any dermatologist will tell you that erection cream does not belong here. That type of product is made for areas with pretty thick skin, and your lips do not have thick skin on them. The swelling is a result of irritation, which is why that product is made for certain areas. Because putting erection cream on your lips can cause heart problems, heart palpitations, headaches, drops in blood pressure, and other stuff too. And that's because it's made to be applied on an area that has a lot of blood pumping, hence why it goes on, you know, that certain area. But at least these beauty trends never caused anyone to go to the hospital, unlike the dry scoop challenge.
Yo, goofy self, that wasn't no challenge. I'ma just start calling it what it is. We gotta stop calling everything a TikTok challenge. I ain't never scrolled on my For You page and got told to put erection cream on my lips. He's just a stupid cow. Not everything a TikTok trend. What algorithm y'all got? Only TikTok trend I used to see on my algorithm was bust it. Bust it. Is you? Bust it. The bust it challenge, bro. I went out there and did that joint. I'm serious too. I actually did it. It's on my TikTok.
This was a trend where people would just ingest a scoop of pre-work powder with no water or anything. And in case you guys don't know, pre-workout is basically an energy powder that is packed with caffeine that is made to take before you work out at the gym. And the way you're supposed to consume it is by pouring the powder into a glass of water, mixing it up, and then drinking it.
I would actually try this challenge.
And this trend probably seems familiar because it's heavily inspired by the cinnamon challenge that was super viral back in the early 2010s.
I gotta do that on TikTok.
People would try to eat dry scoops of cinnamon powder without coffee.
Let me write this idea down. I gotta do the cinnamon challenge on Twitch.
Almost no one was successful doing it, and the horrible failures made some pretty hilarious videos. That trend is not very safe either, but it's nothing compared to this one. These pre-workouts are not designed to raw dog. You should not be ingesting them like that. And doing this can cause heart issues, lung issues, seizures, and death. Now, OF influencer Brittany Portillo did this exact trend and had to go to the hospital right after, because when doing the trend, she had a heart attack.
Alright guys, so I had a heart attack, as most of you guys know, from taking this Redcon 1 Total War, and I dry scooped it, but I think even if I put it in water, I would have been asked out anyways.
She did make a full recovery, thankfully, but this was one of the few recorded cases of this challenge.
Bro, is that even a challenge? OF model, raw dogs, pre-workout. Sounds like something the OnlyFans model would do. Something that makes no sense. You guys aren't that bright, aren't y'all? I don't seem that bright from the screen either. An OF model could live the same life as Patrick as long as they take time to do TikToks to, you know, market themselves for kids and then post to it their body. You were dumb enough to be exposing yourself for your child to see that in the future. Anyways, now you got a heart attack and your child's gonna get bullied at school when he gets older because his mama's body's on the internet. Damn, y'all smart.
Again, you're not supposed to be ingesting those types of chemicals like that. But when it comes to food challenges though, I think nothing really tops the cake with the NyQuil chicken challenge. This is easily one of the worst trends on TikTok because of just how ridiculous it is. Also known as the sleepy chicken challenge, it was a trend where people would basically cook chicken and NyQuil cough medicine. The appeal with this is that you were killing two birds with one stone because you were getting your medication in while also eating some good protein. And if this trend sounds so stupid that it sounds like a joke, well, that's actually how it started. Back in 2017, a Twitter user posted a picture of some chicken being cooked in cough medicine with the caption, "If she makes you NyQuil chicken, don't let her go."
Oh man, I don't see no black person making this. I don't see no black person doing this. Lean chicken? Can you guys just uninclude lean once in life? Bro, this looks like green eggs and ham. This Dr. Seuss ass food, boy.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Oh, and obviously this was meant to be a joke because who the would make that for their significant other. But somehow, some way, it resurfaced years later on TikTok and people took it seriously. I mean, for one, dangers aside, this just tastes nasty. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever tried NyQuil before, but it tastes like dog doo-doo. And health-wise, this does the opposite for you too. For one, a lot of people who did this recipe don't really know the exact measurements, so they end up actually putting way too much cough medicine in there and technically overdosing. And if you guys have watched any drug program, then you know that's not safe. That could cause dizziness, hallucinations, liver problems, and seizures.
Oh no!
But the danger isn't actually from eating it. No, it's actually from cooking it. When you cook cough medicine in that type of way, it releases certain gases that you are not supposed to be inhaling. And if you inhale them, that can cause a lot of issues. And that's basically what happened to someone. When a 61-year-old man tried to recreate this challenge, he actually had to go to the hospital and suffered from acute respiratory distress syndrome.
You're 61 doing TikTok trends. You were alive when life was in black and white. You have Paul Revere's number on your phone. Abraham Lincoln went to your class in school. What the heck are you doing TikTok challenges? You supposed to own a BlackBerry. 61-year-olds don't even know how to put Wi-Fi on their phone. Y'all ever had to put Wi-Fi on your phone for your family member? What you doing TikTok trends? You supposed to know better. Once you hit past like age 45, you don't even have Shield. Anything can send you to the gulag. And you out here experimenting?
but those weren't nearly as severe as the injuries caused by the milk crate trend. This was a trend where people basically made this podium made out of milk crates, and they would try and get from one end to the other without falling or breaking the podium. Now, milk crates are not very sturdy. They're extremely wobbly and not made to be stepped on, which is why this trend is so damn difficult and dangerous. This trend was extremely popular back in 2021, getting millions upon millions of views.
COVID had us doing anything. We were so bored in the house, people went out there and got milk crates and thought they was... Who do you feel like you are? No big head, no good and dang well. You have the biggest head out of everybody in your household. Your head can barely fit on your body. What make you think you can balance on milk crates? You can't even balance your grades up. You can't even keep your grades balanced good. How you gonna balance on the milk crate? You know good and well all of us, yes, us, are unathletic, hungry. You know what I'm saying? Don't even look at the milk crate, bro. Where did the milk in the crates go? Y'all just throwing away good milk? Where the milk at? Yo!
All the big influencers were doing it, but here's the thing. If you did the trend successfully, you were fine. But if you failed, well, they would suffer a lot of This
is a win-win.
A lot more dangerous than people thought. A ton of people had broken ribs, broken wrists, dislocated shoulders, and even concussions from doing this trend. It's estimated that nearly 30,000 people were injured from doing this challenge. It got to the point where TikTok had to remove any hashtag involved with it and all of the videos. And if you thought this challenge was stupid, well, you're gonna love the dropping things on my foot challenge. From the name alone, I think you can tell where this is going.
I don't think nobody did this challenge. I love the milk crate challenge because I love seeing y'all fall. I'm just such a hater. It was a good time to be on the internet to see y'all bust y'all ass. It was a good time. What a time to be alive. People are willingly going out their way to fall from tall heights for my entertainment. I sat back at home and I just scrolled through watching you fall, laughing with my food. I'll do it again. Yo, we should bring that challenge back.
But this next trend takes stupidity to a whole new level. Now, the penny challenge was a challenge where people would put a phone charger halfway into an outlet and then drop a penny onto the prongs. This would cause the charger to start short-circuiting and even start a fire. And you're probably thinking, wow, that's outrageously dangerous. And yes, it is. Which is why a bunch of kids did it.
You don't know when to stop playing, huh? You don't know what to tell your barber. That's why you got a bowl cut. You don't know when to stop eating. That's why you look like a ferocious eater. And you don't know when to stop playing. That's why you did this dumbass challenge. When do you stop playing? You think everything in life is a game, right? Man, I need to grab that belt on this door and get to work, huh? Matter of fact, we don't even need to take belts from you. No food for a week. No food. You're not allowed to eat for a week. Just water and vitamins, buddy. We're gonna do it a little fast.
This wasn't like other trends where initially it started off silly and then maybe got a little bit more dangerous. No, this was dangerous as the entire time. You have to understand that when even our charger is still even somewhat plugged in, there's still electricity coming through it. And when the penny touches the prongs, it starts conducting that electricity. This makes the penny heat up to hundreds of degrees in milliseconds, which causes the electricity to jump into the air and then cause a fire. This trend caused so many fires to the point where the fire marshal had to step in and tell kids not to do this. Safety tip, kids, sometimes old circuit breakers fail to trip and the wires in the wall will heat up to the point of setting your house on fire. As a licensed electrician, keep doing this, kids. Service calls from issues like this is easy money.
Should I do this at the new house on the first day on my first stream back? I was planning to start my Bill Nye scientific arc. This is really just chemistry, you guys. You have to know what it means to be an atom in a mitochondria cell. What's going on here and taking place is the nucleus is being exploded within the electricity because of the magnet watts. You guys gotta know your stuff, bro. Do you know about hydrogen? Do you even know anything about hydrogen?
Kids from Massachusetts who did this actually got arrested for it. Thankfully, they didn't cause a fire, but they damn near did. Both of them were arrested for attempted arson and malicious intent to property. What? Because even though it didn't cause a fire, the outlet did explode.
All right, now an arrest is a little bit extra. Come on. Them plugs was probably loose anyways. Ain't nothing I hate more than a loose charger plug. Man, I would have exploded it myself if it got loose. I'm not going cap. Shout out these 4 people right here. Merch is on the way, guys. Please buy my merch. Please buy my merch. I just want to put out some jackets that I think you guys will look nice in. It's right here. I'm putting out jacket drip. I'm putting out drip, man. This YouTube stuff is getting too hard. Taking my talent to making jackets for femboys. Oh, wait, no, cut that. If you want to shout out like these 4 people, all you got to do is like this video and let me know you did in the comment section, man. Usually I promote my other channels, but all week we promoting the brand. I'm gone.